to work out if this works.
Okay, I've got Cheryl go live. It's just showing me a picture here. Retake thumbnail, upload custom thumbnail. I feel like I can see myself moving behind this picture. Can you do the same?
Yeah, I should be live at the moment, Mark.
You should be live.
Yeah, I should be live at the moment. Do you want to check if that's happening?
Let me come off. Right, so again, you should be live, but when I'm on the home page, nothing's happening to show me that stream.
Okay, should we just do Facebook tonight?
I think we're going to have to.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, right, but I got a notification just now, but that's because of... Right, that's the video from earlier. So that recorded looks like, and it's just sent it to me. Oh, notification to that. Yeah, so it's uploaded that video now from earlier.
Yeah.
Unless that is that. Oh no, it's live now.
It's live now. Hello. Oh. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So should I carry on here? Fine. Good evening, Barnet. Sorry for the technical hitches. We will work this through. It's been just an update from today. There's been an amazing outpouring of support following the message yesterday for people to volunteer for the community, and it's just overwhelming to see how our community gets behind each other at all times and particular times of need. In actual fact, you know, when I read the BBC this morning, it was a thing to see a country just working together. And I think that's just a message. This time will end and Corona will pass, or the Corona crisis will pass. And actually at that time, I would predict there might even be a certain sense of loss, because there won't be that kind of background need, that background pressure calling us to be close to each other, to attend to each other as much, kind of pushing away all the Barnet community to have a British community. And that would be such a shame. Let's try and hold on really strongly to the unity that we're feeling right now, as families, as communities, and as a country, as a world. In my lifetime, when has it been that the whole world is all speaking? Everyone, billions and billions of people, we're all talking about the same thing. We're all talking about one thing. Actually, the Shabbos before we left Israel, we had a Shabbos meal where we didn't mention Corona. We all remarked, that's unbelievable. How can it be that we didn't mention it at the Shabbos meal? And maybe it's healthy every so often not to be talking about it, but the whole world nowadays is talking about one thing. It's not so far from what we actually just said in Aleinu, in our live Mariv, that Bayamahu, on that day, Hashem Echad Shmo Echad, that there will be one name of Hashem reverberating around the world, the whole world talking about one thing. It will just be a different crown. You know, Corona means crown. It'll be a different crown. But it's definitely possible. We see it as being possible. Other than the amazing outpouring of support from our volunteers, there's other work going on, not just in Barnet Cares, but also within the education department and with others in the shul that want to ensure that we're offering amazing programming over the next few weeks. And a particular project that I'm really excited to be sharing with you which we'll be launching over the next couple of days, is a community Haggadah, where we're going to be calling upon members of the community to community pack to come with us into our Seder nights. The Sedarim this year are going to be very different because it's just going to be that one house altogether and maybe just one person. And so the community Haggadah is going to be a way for us all to feel like we're really sitting in everyone else's house at the same time. I'll be telling Mark's jokes, and he'll be maybe sharing one of my ideas. And Simon will be talking about something else. We're going to all be sharing different ideas from across the community on that Seder night. We'll be having each other to dinner, even though we will not be physically together. So we'll be launching that, and people can sign up to contribute different things to the Haggadah that we'll be creating together. I'd also just want to draw your attention to programming tomorrow. That Shoshana at 8:30 p.m. will be giving a fantastic presentation, a really hilarious presentation, and also really interesting. She's frowning at me, why should it be hilarious? Which is what to do with the limited resources for a Shabbat meal. And then on Sunday evening, we have the first of our Jewish meditation kind of basics courses. I think everyone can do with a little bit of mindfulness, a little bit of how to manage being alone and making the most emotionally and psychologically of this time, even in the face of the greatest adversity. They didn't change their names, they didn't change their dress, and they didn't change their language. 3 things that stayed their own, no matter the circumstances. And we said that one of the things that we can do is to maintain a structure to a day. But I think that there's also a certain sense in this time where we can all be climbing up the walls, and certainly the kids can be climbing up the walls, whereby we can almost lose a sense of red lines. And maybe those sort of red lines, put a timer on the Netflix, and that would kind of be a red line for me at this time. I know personally it's very easy while sitting at home just to be constantly snacking. So I'm only going to eat at this particular time, or this meal or this snack time. I'm not going to eat in between those times. I'm only going to look at the news every hour or every 3 hours, because the currently more statistics, more restrictions, more lockdowns. And every statistic is not really just a statistic, it's a real person. We live checking our devices every moment is going to stop us functioning. So a red line around these issues, around these things, around food, around sleep, around bedtimes, things that we will institute that we will not cross. A red line to keep us safe, to keep us whole, and to keep us functioning and healthy. My bracha to us all is that we should have that structure, we should have those red lines, and we'll talk tomorrow about the amazing magic that we can create within that structure, despite being limited and despite being at home. Speak to you tomorrow. We've got on YouTube this time tomorrow morning, Shacharis in the morning, Daf Yomi in the afternoon. Broadcasting company. Good night.